Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi, my name is Bhumi and I make videos. I don't even know about what anymore at this point. My channel is literally a mess. But I guess somewhere and sometimes I talk about being a medical student, which is what this video is going to be about. So I just finished my first year of medical school and I realized kind of late and kind of like towards the end of the year that there are some really great free resources out there that if you're a medical student, you definitely want to be using. So I just thought I'll use this opportunity to share those resources with you, and yeah, let me know if you use them as well. Let me know what you think, if you like them, if you don't. Before I start this video, I just want to say that none of this information is sponsored, but if any of these people want to sponsor me, please be my guest. We'll get right into it. Okay, so the first resource is Geeky Medics. I'm pretty sure that most of you probably already know about Geeky Medics, but they are so underrated. Like, it's actually crazy how much stuff they have on their website and how much of it is free. So you probably have used Geeky Medics for like their clinical skills OSCE videos, which are really great and are a really great way for preparing for clinical skills sessions or for your OSCEs. But what you might not know is if you sign up to their website, they have something called the Geeky Quiz, which basically is like a free multiple choice quiz, and you can tailor it to your needs. So you can choose different topics and have questions come up on those topics specifically. It's a great resource. It's great for like years 1 and 2 where you're just mainly doing like preclinical stuff. I think that also includes year 3 in some other countries, but yeah, for the UK it's year 1 and 2 I think mainly. So if you didn't know about it, go and do it right now, like you will thank me later. Okay, the second resource is PassMedicine. Now PassMedicine is kind of free, but only for a limited amount of time. So if you're a preclinical student, I think it's free for a year and then you have to pay for it, but for a year is still a pretty good amount of time, and because I signed up to it so late in my first year, it will actually last me well into my, like towards the end of my second year, which is enough time. And then afterwards, if I decide I want to pay for it, then maybe I will. But PassMedicine basically has a bunch of clinical questions. They're not all clinical, like some of them are physiology and embryology and everything, but it's a great way to just test your knowledge. Obviously, depending on your curriculum, you might not learn certain things in first year and you might learn some things later. So a great thing about this resource is you can, again, tailor the questions to your needs. So you can pick certain topics and you can choose like even parts of different topics. So for example, they have the topics divided into blocks, so like respiratory, cardiovascular, endocrinology, all of those things. And then under each topic they have further subdivisions, so like anatomy, physiology, embryology, pharmacology. You get the gist of it. So yeah, that's another great resource. I highly recommend it. I've been using it as prep for my exam. Like, it's just a great way to test your knowledge. And what I love about this is right after the question, whether you get it wrong or right, there's an explanation at the bottom of the question, and the explanation doesn't just include like text, but it includes links to videos that might be helpful, like on YouTube. So yeah, make sure you use that. Okay, the third resource I have for you is Teach MeAnatomy. Now again, if you're a medical student, you probably already know about this one, but it's a great website and again, quite an underrated one. So yeah, that's a great way of testing if you really learned anything or not. They even have an app version of the website, I think, if I'm not wrong. And you can, what I like about this website is it just breaks down anatomy into like words and easy, like it's well organized. I find the anatomy textbook quite overwhelming and I'm not really a big fan of textbooks, so I really like Teach MeAnatomy because it's like a prettier version of the textbook. And under each topic they even have like a few questions that you can use to test your knowledge. Okay, the next resource I have for you is something called the Zero to Finals podcast, and I think they also have a website which is free. So I listen to the podcast on Spotify. Obviously that is not free, but the website is free and you can download notes and do questions on there to test your knowledge. And what I love about this podcast is it basically breaks down topics into like short bite-sized audios, I guess, yeah, podcast basically, where it kind of goes through the pathophysiology of certain conditions and the treatment of those conditions. So I think it's just a really nice, like, easy way of like listening to something while you can be doing other things while listening to it. So sometimes I'll be listening to it while out for a walk, or other times I listen to it while I'm like drawing or doodling. I think it's really great. Like, most of the episodes are less than 10 minutes long, so it's really like short and really concise. It explains the risk factors, the pathophysiology, the treatment, everything, the management, like, yeah. And you can download the notes for each episode on the website as well. So I think it's a great free resource if you didn't know about it. Like, when I found out about it, I was like, why did no one tell me about this? Again, I found out about it really late into the year. Okay, my final resource for you is something called MedBullets. Again, this is free to sign up. You just have to register for a free account. This is more of a USMLE resource, but I think it's still pretty good for like understanding the basics and just like gauging how much you know and testing yourself. You can basically sign up and then choose step 1 USMLE, and that's great for preclinical years. So for testing like anatomy, physiology, and just general like conditions, and more of like less clinical but also kind of clinical, like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. But again, you can choose the questions, you can choose the topics, and then it just puts out the questions for you. It creates a test for you, and then at the end of the test you can review the questions you didn't get right and why, like the explanation of the answer and everything. So it's sort of similar to PassMedicine in that way. But yeah, again, it's free to use, so there you go. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I just thought I'll make a quick short video to tell you some of my favorite resources to use as a medical student. Let me know if you use any of these, and if you want to suggest anything else, comment down below or send me a message. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!